No, I was getting more coffee, you guys. Okay. Let's go e6 here. So, okay, people were saying that c5 is not best, so I'll play something different this time. I'm gonna go bishop d6, try to trade off the dark square b's. And if he doesn't trade, I think I'm gonna go b6 and c5 with bishop b7. He does trade. I can take with the queen or the pawn. Now, if I were playing a serious game, I'd probably take with the pawn to take away square from the knight and center. But considering we're trying to do this at a beginner level, things that make sense, we don't want to double our pawns. So I'm going to go here, fianchetto the bishop, try to prevent this e4 pawn break and go c5, maybe knight bd7 here, and keep this prevention in play. Go here, bring the knights in. He might be able to play e4. I'm not sure. Maybe. Goes to a3. Okay, let's just castle here. Okay, now because I prevented him, I realized I can actually play e5 myself here to open up the center where I can take with the queen. And I think my position's pretty respectable here. Pretty respectable. Also, for everybody who's wondering, we do have some content to cover. Apparently, Fabiano did a podcast, which was released today, so we're going to take a quick look at that. I don't know about play the whole arena. I'll let you guys decide. I'm going to go e4 and fork the bishop and the knight. Whether to stop with 30 minutes left. I want to do a 1 hour arena. I accidentally set it for 90 minutes when I didn't mean to. I'm going to take the knight, overprotect the pawn at e4 here. Was there c4 that I missed? Oh, there was just c4 to trap the bishop. You're right. I missed it. How are you not nominated for Streamer Awards in chess category? Am I or not? I don't know. I don't even care. I really don't care. Why would I care? Let's just take the knight. I actually have no idea. If I'm not, so what? If I am, so what? I don't really care. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest with all that stuff. I think the whole thing... I'm not, but Tyler 1 is. That's hilarious. That's the best thing ever, you guys. That is comical. That's hilarious. That's actually maybe the funniest. That's the funniest thing I've heard in quite a while. Okay, let's take the pawn on g2 and go knight e4 or rook d8. Yeah, I mean, I think the whole thing, I'm not a fan of it. And the reason I'm not a fan of it, frankly, is because I think the reality is if you've made it as a streamer in any category, you're one of the top 0.0001% or something like that. And I think the notion of basically just patting each other on the back, I find it kind of distasteful. I really do. Like, there's so many people in this world who are struggling, and you streamers who are making millions of dollars. Like, come on, live in the real world, please. Live in the real world. Let's take the bishop here. I'm gonna take the pawn and go queen g3. Like, come on. It really feels to me like it's just like rubbing in the face of, of like everyday people. That's my personal opinion, obviously. I mean, you don't have to agree with it, but I just find the whole thing really distasteful. Okay, I'm gonna go queen g3, take the pawn. I have queen h1 here. I should be close to winning this position. W take, I mean, yeah, I could tell you guys I grew up in a different world. I grew up in a world where there were no free handouts. You had to earn everything that you deserved. And so, like, even if that's not the world we live in today, it's the world I grew up in. It's who I am. I'm not going to sugarcoat things. Threatening mate in 1 to queen h1. I also have knight g4 and queen h2 as well, which is completely winning. Do I prefer playing on screen for this big turn for OTB? I don't actually have a preference personally. I'm gonna go knight g4, I have queen h1 or queen h2. I don't really have a preference personally. Yeah, I don't have a preference.